Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and I appreciate you being here at the channel today. And for those of you that have not yet done so, please hit that subscribe button. And as always, if you find the information beneficial, please hit that like button as well. Now, our topic for you today is budget management tips for gym managers. Budget management tips for gym managers. We want to look at cost control and how are we going to do this. And so number one on our list is invest the time to learn this right from the very beginning. Okay, learn this the proper way. What you don't want to do is go back and have to fix something later on, right? And so if you've not done it, establish a budget, and maybe your company has provided this for you, okay? But make sure you understand the budgets, what your numbers are, and then what is the process you're going to use, to control this. And I know in some clubs that we work with, we've got, behind on the wall behind the manager's office, behind his desk or her desk, is here's each department. Here's what the budget is for each department, and nothing can be spent until they get a PO number. So they've got to call in, get the PO number, it gets written down, it gets deducted. And so we're learning this right from the start that we want to manage this budget, because you're never gonna outrun a poor budget. If you're spending, you got to make more sales. And I can think of clubs that we've gotten involved with over the years that were doing very well in sales, but they were losing money because they weren't controlling the budget. They were just spend. Okay, so learn this right from the very beginning. Number two, manage your department like it's your own business. Okay, if you're a manager, you're running this operation for somebody else, run it like it's yours. Okay, the philosophy that I like to use on this is I want to do more with less. Just because maybe I have money available doesn't mean I need to spend it. I'll give you an example. We had a project one time that we'd gotten involved with, and I think the best this place had ever done was maybe 75 sales in a month. And we got in there, made some changes, and first month, I think we did 212 sales, something like that. So it was an incredible month, and certainly an incredible month compared to what they'd done before. And we kept doing well. And then as we were coming along, we had a month coming up where there was a $5,000 budget allocation for some marketing. And I chose not to spend it because we didn't need it. We had done other things. We had done other trade outs and some barter things, and our referral program was working real well. I didn't feel like it really warranted spending that money given what that production was going to be and how much traffic we were getting. And I remember they called up and said, "Hey, I see that you guys aren't spending that." I said, "Yeah, I don't think we really need to." Okay, and so just because it's there, just because they say you can spend it, doesn't mean you have to. Okay, run it like it's your own business. Number three, we always want to be a team player. We're a team player. Sometimes on some of this, it's not, hey, how does it affect me as an individual? If it's good for the company, it's going to be good for you. And how I look at this is we want to protect the investment. No matter what my job role is, if I'm a consultant for your business, if I'm a salesperson, I'm a manager, whatever my job title is, it's essentially the same for everybody. Protect the investment. Let's be a team player. Let's do what's right by this investment, because the better this investment does, the better the opportunity is going to be for you. Number four, you want to track your expenses monthly and then make proactive corrections. And so track these things. You may even track it even daily and really look at this, and let's make corrections on this. And I'll give you an example on some of this. When I say kind of make corrections, is what I like to do is I like to give every department head a budget. Here's what our budget is. Let's just say it's childcare and it's $3,000 a month. That's our budget. And under certain restrictions and qualifications, you come in under that budget, we'll split the difference with you. And so if you end up spending $2,500, you have to get the job done and done properly. The budget's $3,000. You only spend $25. There's $500 left. That gets you a $250 bonus. And so that's how I might make proactive corrections on this. It's how I get other people involved, kind of in this process. Number 5, be transparent and involve the team. And, when I talk about being transparent and involving the team, I'll tell, hey, here's what we're going to do, but here's why. I always tell them why, okay? It's not just here's what we're going to do, but here's why we're going to do it. Or here's, why this has to happen this way. Here's what we're looking at, okay? I mean, I can think of a client a few years back, the owner called up and says, oh, Jim, I lost my funding. And we had to scramble because he was losing a little bit of money every month, but he lost his funding. The investor said, hey, no more. You're going to have to figure it out. And so we got in there and we looked at it and we had to make some adjustments in how we did some things. And quite frankly, in his particular case, we had a bunch of personal trainers that were all staff employees, and we switched that to them paying rent. And that one thing, made this a profitable operation, and it worked. Okay, and so we were transparent. Here's why we're doing it. Okay, we involved everybody in the process, and we gave them a chance to kind of work their way out of it if they didn't want to do that or wanted to wait a little bit longer. We gave them some good options, but that was one example of how we did that. And then number 6, be strategic. What's your strategy here? And so I'll give you one more on this strategy when it comes to kind of budgeting. Okay, I talked a little bit about if here's your budget, you come in under that, you can pick up some bonus dollars. But what we've looked at in many clubs, and some of this depends on the size, it's what I call, we want to turn our cost centers, front desk, childcare, group X, whatever it is, we want to turn our cost centers into profit centers. And one of the things that we've done in many facilities is, let's just take Group X, for example. Say Group X is going to cost you $4,000 a month. And we will train and teach this just like we do salespeople, but we'll train and teach that group exercise director, here's how we can generate revenue. Because we want every department generating revenue. And you can do it. There's a lot of folks that do it. And so they generate revenue. So, for example, if that Group X department, if it costs $4,000 to run it, they generate $5,000 in revenue, and they spend $4,000, they're going to get a bonus. Usually, we're going to split that difference with them. If they do a good job of bringing their costs down, they bring in some additional revenues. I mean, they could pick up $1,000 bonus in some cases. And we'll do this at the front desk. We'll do it with childcare, and it's worked extremely well. So it's been a great strategic approach to kind of getting everybody involved in that budget process and helping them control it. And so we keep that tight. We have that philosophy, let's do more with less. You're going to experience a lot of success. So folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. Hope you found the information beneficial today, and we look forward to seeing you on the next video.